Well, hello and good afternoon. Hello to all of the eXp'ers out there. Hello to all of my fellow agent attractors. And once again, hello to all of the future eXp agents. My name is Brian Rouseau, and this is episode 15 of Agent Attraction Conversations. Thank you so much again for joining me. Now, in today's conversation, it's not going to be, super long. Nobody's going to accuse me of being brilliant at the end of this one, but it's just essential things that we need to remind ourselves. Now, in today's conversation, I'd like to start by talking about pride. Pride is one of those tricky things. If we have a very high sense of, I'll even call it an inflated sense of self, that might motivate us to a point and drive us forward in certain things. We might go beyond limits that, we'd otherwise set in our own mind. But it's very interesting in sales and really in relationship development because pride can be a killer. It's like a cancer, really. It just kind of eats you from within. So, what I highly recommend that we avoid doing is, coming across as having all of the answers all the time. It's just so important to loop in other people in our team. They could be people that are in your revenue share organization that have a different story than you might have, a different set of talents, and they can connect with somebody that you're trying to directly attract, or even go up a few levels to people who attracted you within the organization, or people who have no affiliation to your revenue share group. It doesn't matter. We're one team, one dream here at eXp, and I just think that leveraging relationships are super important in an effort to add more relationships into the fold. In other words, adding more people into your organization. So that's the first thing. The second thing is I'm a huge Star Wars fan, and guys, I just can't wait. I can't wait till the new Star Wars movie comes out later on this year. I think it's not until Christmas time, so I've got a long way to go. And as I was developing this message, I wanted to give shout out to Darth Vader, and Yoda. I love those two the most. I was thinking to myself, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, and hate leads to suffering. That was a famous quote that Yoda put out there in describing Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker before he became Darth. And I thought it was so cool that I found a way to integrate this into our agent attraction conversation because, if you're afraid to speak with someone about our business model, at some point that fear is going to become anger. You're going to be mad when you find out that they joined eXp by way of another agent or some other means. There's just nothing more gut wrenching than that, and I've been there multiple times. So again, fear leads to hate. Fear leads to anger, and then anger leads to hate. You're going to hate your bank statement when you were just too afraid or shy or prideful even to reach out to a top producing agent or somebody who you didn't really think a whole lot of, and who knows, like they might know somebody else who's super big, and and someone else is reaping the benefit of that relationship. You know, you don't want to hate your bank statement, guys. So again, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate. Don't hate your bank statement. And then if you have a living situation like me, where you've got a loving wife that just keeps you honest, I don't want to suffer on the couch, guys, right? So I don't want to make a bad move and end up a place that I don't want to be, right? Because I'm making bad decisions. Not that she would ever put me there. I might put myself there as a punishment, but nonetheless, it's just important. That's just a little silly moment. Like I said before, no one's going to accuse me of being brilliant at the end of this podcast, but it's just so important to have fun with this. Do not let pride get in the way. Leverage help, ask for help, use your team, be a good teammate. And again, fear leads to anger, anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering. Don't be mad at yourself for not calling on somebody. Don't hate your bank statement, and don't suffer, as a result of those poor decisions. So I hope you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.